Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's April 16th, I think, and today I'm gonna start working on getting the lugs off of the rear wheels for the John Deere D, and we're also gonna go back and take the crankcase and transmission top cover off and the final drive top cover off and have a look down inside and see how bad it is in there and how much ice is in there. So before we do that, I wanted to give a big shout out to, first of all, Lloyd. Lloyd sent us a little bit of a donation to the H project, um, and he also sent some of these plates, some license plates for the wall. But I wanted to kind of show you guys these plates because they're really cool. I don't know if they're made out of brass or copper or what, but it looks like copper, but they're a historic vehicle plate from Arizona, and they're really kind of a neat license plate. I don't know if the camera does justice to it, but they're a really neat copper or brass color. To me, it looks more like copper, so huge thank you to Lloyd for that. And oh, hold on 1 minute here. And we're back. I also wanted to give another shout out to Ryan. Ryan got a hold of me probably about a week and a half ago, and he mentioned that his younger brothers really love the channel. They watch the videos all the time, and would mean a lot to his brothers if I gave them a shout out. So Joshua and Seth, I just want to say thanks for taking an interest in the videos and the channel, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. And also, thanks for the support. And you know, Ryan, Joshua, Seth, thank you for all the support, and to everybody, thank you for the support for this channel. And I've been slowly watching our view count, and I think our channel has about 270, 280 videos now, but our view count is almost at 1 million views, and that blows me away. I've been doing YouTube now for 13 years almost, and you know, I never imagined that it would amount to what it has, and even, you know, my channel compared to a lot of other people's channels that have, you know, tens of thousands if not hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I never thought this channel would even go this far, you know, just doing antique tractor stuff and some random things around the house. But a huge thank you to everybody that's been supportive of it, and especially those who are newcomers to the channel, new subscribers, as well as those who have supported me for years. To the newcomers, I hope you like what you find, and if you aren't familiar with the H project, please check it out. It's a really cool thing that we're doing, you know, and I say we because there's a lot of people on this channel that watch and have contributed to this project, whether it's, you know, private persons or donors, or, you know, even corporations like Steiner Tractor Parts. They've contributed. Goodyear and Titan Tires, they've contributed. Actually, those tires you see right over there, they are the tires that were donated by Goodyear for the H restoration, which is a restoration that we're kind of doing as a cumulative effort to help raise awareness for suicide and mental health. And there's a GoFundMe set up for it. There's, you know, people that have donated parts and labor and material, and it's just been a really great thing. And I hope that this coronavirus stuff doesn't last too much longer, because everything for that restoration is currently wrapped up in sandblast. So the only other update that I'm going to give you on anything really is I've ordered an external microphone for the camera, so hopefully that gives us a little bit better sound quality as far as, you know, my voice and projection. I try to speak up when I'm talking to the camera, but sometimes it just doesn't come across as loud, or as the volume just isn't quite there with just a regular GoPro mic. So hopefully this external microphone, whenever it arrives, hopefully that makes a big difference. But I'm gonna bring you over here to these steel wheels, and I'll kind of give you a plan of attack. So sit tight. All right, guys. Well, here's the plan. I'm gonna try and get as much of these out by hand as I can without using my torch, just because I don't want to burn up all that gas just trying to heat every single one of these nuts and bolts up. So I'm going to go around and see which ones I can pull out by hand and then go from there. I've already gotten 2 out, but I haven't even counted yet, but there's a lot. So we'll keep going and see what we can do here. And a lot of these are jeez, very tight. Very tight and very rusty. So I may end up getting my cutoff wheel, doing it that way too. And I have been soaking these for well over a week. See, this lug here was already loose, so that might be the actual first one that we can get successfully to come off. Maybe. But a lot of these nuts are so damaged over the years that the wrenches don't even fit properly. There we go. One lug. Alright, for the sakes of conserving film, I'm going to just keep going on my own without recording. So you guys hang in there, and we'll make some progress and give you an update. Well guys, we've got one wheel done with the combination of heat, lots of heat, big wrenches. I'll show you guys here what we got for big wrenches. And then my neighbor was kind enough to loan us his 12-point 3/4 drive set. Now I've got a 6-point 3/4 drive set, and that will not work for square nuts and bolts, but he's got a 12-point set, and that will work for square nuts and bolts. So huge shout out to my neighbor Mark for letting me borrow his 3/4 drive 12-point set. And we're going to keep going on this second wheel. There's a lot more lugs on this one, so it's probably going to take a lot longer, but this 3/4 drive set's making a big difference, so we'll keep going. Okay, well, we got almost halfway done with the second wheel. We got 4 more lugs to take off, then we'll flip it over and do the other side. But I'm gonna call it quits for today. I'm beat, so we'll pick this up back again tomorrow, get the rest of the lugs off this wheel, and then we'll pull the top covers off the D and have a look inside and see how bad it is in there. So that's all I've got for tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Hey guys, it's the next morning here. We got all the lugs off the rear wheels. I worked on that for another couple hours this morning. And I'll tell you what, my arms and shoulders and back are sore because I had to do it all by hand. I did have to use the torch on a few, but we only managed to break 1 lug, and that's because it was wore so thin that it literally just snapped in half. But I'm back here now by the D, and I pulled the transmission and crankcase cover off, as well as the final drive cover, and I'm going to give you guys a little look down inside here. And I'm actually pretty impressed with the condition of the final drive. Transmission looks good. Inside the crankcase is questionable. Probably going to clean up just fine, just because if you guys remember way back, let me show you. The original crankcase and transmission cover that was on it had some rust holes in it, so we were getting water and crap all over down inside the this would be your crankcase portion, and this is the transmission portion. But down inside we were getting all kinds of water and leaves and cobwebs and what have you. But without further ado, let me show you down inside this beast. So I did reach down inside here, and that's where our problem is as far as the tractor being stuck in place. There's about 5 to 6 inches of ice underneath that oil, so that's a big big hold up. But it's actually thawing pretty quickly. There's I can move it around. There's a big hole right in the middle of it, so I'm thinking I might be able to get a crowbar in here and just jab at it and try and break it apart into pieces and pull it out, at least enough to where we can get this thing up front. So that's the inside of the final drive. Your transmission is just ahead here of the bull gears, or I should say not the bull gears, but the, I guess this would be your differential. So let me walk around the side here and we'll look inside the transmission and crankcase. So here, I don't know if you guys can see down in there or not, but it's just a high-low transmission, just 2 speeds. From what I can see, everything looks pretty good. There aren't any chipped teeth that I can see from this side, you know, without taking everything apart. But it looks good there. But down inside here, you can see there's quite a bit of junk. But most of it should clean out pretty easily. There's a lot of, like, this is just cobwebs and, you know, crap in there, leaves, just from years of being down inside through a rusty hole, I guess you could say. But it doesn't look too bad. You guys can see the back sides of the pistons. You know, the camshaft is down towards the bottom there. You can see the push rods coming through. So it doesn't look too bad. But I'm going to go up front here, grab a crowbar, and see if I can't break apart that ice that's in the bottom and pull it out. So maybe we can get this thing moved up by the garage today. We'll see. I'm not promising anything, but we'll see. Alright guys, well, took the crowbar, and basically what I did was not forcefully but gently, I took and jammed the sharp end of the crowbar down into the ice that was in the bottom. Then I fished all the large pieces out. There's still kind of a slurry of kind of ice shavings in there, but this is what I was able to get out of the bottom. So just goes to show you how big some of these ice chunks are. You know, I got pretty big hands, and these ice chunks are, you know, probably about 8 inches across by 8 inches this way, you know, roughly. You know, my hand is the full length of it, and they're probably, I don't know, 4 inches deep at least. So a lot of ice in the bottom, but it's out now. So we're gonna see if we can't get this thing moved up by the garage. I'm gonna put the final drive top cover back on, and then see if we can't get it moved up by the garage so we can work on it a little bit easier. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure why, but it still doesn't want to move. I'm not sure if maybe it thinks it's still in gear, or not thinks, maybe it is still in gear.
seems to shift in all these just fine, so I don't know what's going on here. I don't see it being hung up on the wheels anywhere. Well, we'll try it again, I guess. Thinking it might be bound up on this flat tire, and that's what's preventing it from going, because I can watch the wheel turn, but it's when it comes to this rock hard piece here. Guess I'm not sure where to go from here. I mean, I'm digging some pretty good ruts trying to pull this thing. I don't know. I might have to cut these tires off just to get it to roll. Well, moving the D up front might be a project for another day, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be easier for me to put the rear wheels on back here so that I can get it rolled up front, because what's happening is this tire is getting caught up in both the rear fender brackets, and it's too mangled to roll, really. So what I'm gonna have to do is just change it out back here, and I just lifted the rear end up by the hitch with the bucket on the M, and I can turn the axle freely. It's just that tire won't allow it to roll. So I'm probably gonna have to just, you know, put everything together right here as far as the rear wheels go, or at least on this side, and then go from there. But ain't gonna be able to do that today. So that's all I've got, man. Thanks for watching, thanks for wrenching with me, and till next time, you know, hopefully I can get these rear wheels put on right here without any issue. So stay tuned.